dangerous dog show live! Busted my dangerous dog and dug the rock dog! Who let the dogs out?
Well, hello everybody. We are on location in Bullhead City, Arizona for the festivities we're going to be doing tomorrow, which we'll talk about later. But right now is the man with the plan, a guy I've known now since 2021, December of 2021. My man, my brother, one of the artists I love the most in this business, Damian Lee Tyner, and the lovely Jen, and of course, Rock Dog and Mystical Misty. What's up, everybody?
How's it going?
How are y'all?
Great. Good to be here on Wild Dogs. And good to see you, Doug and Misty and Doug and Doug.
Rock Dog's probably buried in like 8 feet of snow right now.
Oh, dang.
No, actually, we only got a few inches. We're not bad.
Good,
Out there
good.
in Indiana, right? Or,
Yeah. I'm in Indiana. I'm right between Indianapolis and Chicago, Illinois. I'm right in the middle.
oh, okay. I got a sister up in that area somewhere.
In case you don't know who Damian Lee Tyner is, I'm going to let the man tell y'all who he is, because anyone that follows Wild Dogs knows Damian gets a lot of airplay, and it's because his songs are like right from the heart. So, Damian, take it away. Tell everybody who you are, those who don't know. I'm going to start tagging people.
All right. Well, my name is Damian, and I'm a desert musician. I've been playing for about 30 years now, and I'm a songwriter. I've been out here in the desert since about 97, and I've written a catalog of about 50, 60 songs over the years, and recently I've been recording a trilogy. I just released Burning Memories here last year, and it's the first of 3 albums that I'm planning. And I've been doing some cover EPs, and there's going to be some stuff in between. But I'm a recording artist and songwriter and performer, and I play solo out and about throughout the desert and in Southern California and beyond. And out there releasing music. I'm getting ready to release a new cover EP here and within the month or so called The Beauty and the Horror. And that'll be followed by another full original album, an 11-song album called The Black Path. Probably be out about summertime. And that's essentially what I do. What I got going on right now.
Well, first off, I'd just like to say congratulations on your sobriety. That's a big thing. How long has it been now?
2 years and 5 months as of the 27th.
Congratulations. That is fantastic.
Yeah, thank you. That was my last drink and my longest consecutive, stretch of sobriety. And this February, I hit 10 years clean off of, drugs and all the hard drugs and such too. And so that's another milestone here.
That's a big one too. Yes, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Damian's a child of the 90s, so you knew. 90s guys did some partying. I know this.
Yeah, that's how I started. Coincidentally, I started drinking and using the same years that I started playing a guitar for the most part, and got into music maybe just a little bit before, but it's been quite the road, and I set out to be that sort of Jim Morrison or Marilyn Manson or Ozzy sort of musician, wild man, and I life had other plans, but I'm a product of that era. So it's It's been quite the journey.
Now you do both. You do both the acoustic and you have a band, correct?
That's right. Yeah. I perform solo acoustic. I like doing smaller venues. It's real up close and personal, and and I change the style of songs according to where I'm playing, and I like acoustic. It really brings out the lyrics in the song, and I really get to tell kind of the stories behind the song, and get really personal with the audience. And then playing the band, is getting up there on the stage and just melting faces and pumping the energy and having a good time. And yeah, I got a little 3-piece together right now with my buddy Jason Piazza, who also plays with Flannel Rock, and Tyler Russell, who plays with Schizo Attack, and those are my go-to guys. So we call it Damian Inc. is what I call the band when I do shows with the band.
Right on. I just want to say big old shout out to Carrie. Thank you for watching. And a big old shout out to Lisa Lyric, who said she's got in-laws that's out in Bullhead City. So hello to Lisa. Thank you for watching the show with us today.
See you back there.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Doug.
Oh, no. You know me. I'm probably the worst person to do an interview with because I love to talk over people because I get so excited. And when we talk about Damian, this isn't just like another interview. It's like talking to your brother that you haven't seen in a while. I was just reminiscing in my own mind to how we got together, and another person in this room. None of this would have ever happened without this guy, because this isn't about me, but I got to reminisce because it's a lot to do with Damian. When Corners of Sanctuary did a little mini tour of the West Coast, December of 2021, they asked me, because they had a show at the Whiskey and another one at the Doll Hut, says, I'd like to do another show before we pack up and go home. I said, let me see what I can do. So I ended up renting a venue, putting a show together, but they said, hey, we can't just go up there and play. No one's going to fucking come see a band from Philadelphia without having some local support. I put a thing on Facebook. I said, anyone interested? Damian was the first one that answered. He says, Dirt Boys will do it. Dirt Boys were the band at the time that he was fronting that had been a desert staple for years and years. So that's, in a sense, how this all came together, and it will always be a good memory of mine. Yeah.
Man, Operation Desert Scream was a big one, and we came a long way from there. I hope we throw an Operation Desert Scream 4 this year. I know we were kind of discussing maybe doing that. That would be awesome, and I know Corners of Sanctuary are coming through. So that could be a cool little full circle sort of thing for us,
That's right, because we're gonna do a show at Froggy's. We're gonna do one at $5 Pizza in Yucca, and we got to bring that. I'm still trying to work on getting that together in Vegas too. So
cool.
Bear with me on that. And Johnny from Talking Bombs is working on a Bullhead City show. So I just got to get it all together.
Let me know, brother. Anything I can help you out with, get involved with. I'm open.
So let's hear about the new projects, because although our past was great, there's some stuff that a lot of us would like to forget. So let's talk about the future. And
I want to talk about what brought the song that we just premiered on Wild Dogs Radio just before we jumped on here on the Facebook Live. You did a cover of Jim Croce.
Jim Croce, yeah, I love Jim Croce. My dad introduced me to Jim Croce when I was a little guy. And so I always love that line. I carry it with me like my daddy did. That is going to be track number 4 from the Beauty and the Horror cover EP that I plan on releasing here by the end of February, right around the end of February. And that's just a little sampler track. The final editing process is underway, and I'm getting ready to put the whole collection out here soon. And that's one of the tracks so far.
What's some of the other tracks that's going to be featured on this?
Well, it's going to be a 5-song cover EP, and it's going to begin with "Message in a Bottle" by The Police. I'm doing my own heavy rendition of the song, and the next song is going to be "Dust in the Wind" by Kansas, which me and Jen actually sing together on that one. So there's a duet coming.
Nice.
We definitely want to hear that on the Wild Dawgs.
Oh yeah,
we do.
We'll be sending it all to you. and so wait till you hear it. It's you've never heard a version like this before. It's not like the original at all.
Oh, good.
Well, close.
Good.
I mean, it's structured like the original, but it's more dynamic.
Well, I like when an artist makes music their own. Takes a song and makes it their own way. I like that.
Yeah, that's what I really do.
Exactly what
collected. And then song 3 is a song that. What's that? Oh, I'm sorry.
That's what you do, man. Every cover you've ever done.
Yeah, I do it my own way.
Your own.
Yeah. Song 3 is going to be Michael Jackson's "Man in the Mirror." And it's going to be a heavy version of it with some shreddy guitar and some really soulful, almost like Johnny Cash, meets the Doors meets Marilyn Manson all rolled into one,
That sounds interesting.
And then you just heard "I Got a Name," which is track 4. And the 5th track is going to be a 6 a.m. song called "Life is Beautiful," touching on recovery.
That is a great one.
That's going to be the collection.
I just want to know, are you going to be dancing to the Michael Jackson one? I want to see that in a video. I want to see you dancing.
It's so not Michael Jackson. I can't say I have any particular love for Michael Jackson, but and Michael Jackson probably didn't write the lyrics anyway. But the literary stuff within the music just was really moving to me, and I grew up with that. You remember Moonwalker? When I was a little kid, man, Michael Jackson was like a superhero, and but they had the video with like Martin Luther King and Gandhi and JFK and all that sort of stuff, and kind of controversial in its time. And I was like, man, that song needs the proper treatment, like some 7-string guitars and some shreddy Yngwie style riffing and it's just some all out screaming and grunting. Nothing like the Michael Jackson. It might make people mosh or moonwalk or mosh in reverse. That
it's a moonwalking mosh pit.
It's gonna be the moon mosh.
The moon mosh, yeah. It'll be a world's
create
first.
A new dance.
Yeah, Jen's probably training him to do the moonwalk as we speak.
Yeah. I'm working on it, but I got 2 left feet, so
All right. So what was your target or at least ballpark release date for that one?
I'm thinking February 28th. I'm doing a show called Riffs and Raps at Froggy's in Apple Valley. And I hope to drop it that day and play it in full at the show with Tyler and Jason. So that's my goal. Hope to have it, we'll get it all uploaded here in the next week or so, and then get it ready for release. And I'm going to drop a video also for the release date.
All right.
So
here's the big question from me, knowing you as long as I've known you and hearing a great portion of your catalog. Let's talk about the Black Path, because there's songs on there that mean a lot to me. So talk about that for a minute, since you like to keep everybody busy with lots of music.
Yeah. The Black Path, I'm really excited about this collection. It's probably, if you're somebody who maybe followed me in the Dirt Boys era of my music, you'll probably recognize some of these songs. Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm. So it carried them on, and Dirt Boys haven't been active. We're all cool or whatnot, but we've kind of moved on. So I'm going to revisit some of those songs that I wrote, back in those days, and what I was going through in life there, and some new stuff that people haven't heard or wouldn't really have heard, what I call deep cuts, some of my more rare songs, and it really takes you on a journey of my life from about 2013 to recent. Through my path of recovery. The reason I call it the Black Path is because, I went through a lot of darkness and recovery, addiction, prison, relationships gone wrong, life turned upside down, and life and death with my health, and at some point in my life, I started turning towards recovery and started getting sober. And so the first portion of the album takes you through those sort of feelings. Songs like Sins of the Father, This Fight, Sweet Insanity, Together Alone, Torn Apart, Hell Instead of Heaven. And it takes you through the black path of myself, and how I found my way through it. And then it goes into some of the latter songs of the album are like Turn It All Around, Ever Feel the Same, If I Die Tonight, Addict. These are all songs that are going to be on the album. I might have missed one, 2,000 Years somewhere in there too. And so it takes you through this journey into the black path, through and out the black path, and there'll be a third album after that. Rare Form is what I plan on calling the follow-up album, but that's Black Path in a nutshell. That's what I'm shooting for. I plan on releasing videos, just as I did with Burning Memories. Release the videos one by one and kind of set the story where, if you watch it from start to finish or listen to it from start to finish, it will kind of take you through the journey, and so that's kind of the aim of the album. That's where we're heading with it.
I can tell you this, y'all, since I've heard him play most of those songs he mentioned live, they will melt your face when he's playing with a band, but they also lend themselves to acoustic. And I've seen a crowd at 18 Taps when he did Torn Apart acoustic just go ape shit over that song.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, remember that time at Fans that I played a solo thing and they had the guys were moshing, and, yeah, I was just doing that. Yeah. It's one of those songs that just grabs you though. Torn Apart. That's going to be track 5 on the Black Path, and I got a lot of cool ideas that I'm doing with it. I'm going to incorporate different layered guitars, and there's going to be some acoustic stuff. There's going to be some 7-string stuff, lots of great lead work. It's really going to be a not a different song than you remember, but it's really going to bring out the color in the song, And,
I'm ready. I'm very excited.
So do you have like I'm sure you have like a collection of guitars. Do you have like an absolute favorite that you prefer to perform on more than any other guitar? And what's the story behind it?
Bring it out.
I have a Schecter Damian 7 7-string guitar, and I feel like it's my signature guitar. It's because it's a Damian, and it's been my workhorse through my bands. I like 7-string guitar, and it's just been my most reliable. It's been knocked over on stage. It's been kicked. It's been dropped out of trucks. It's been thrown on and off stage, and it works just great. It stays in tune, and it's just my go-to guitar.
Right on.
I've had
feel free to show. Hey, this can be show and tell. Feel free.
Yeah, here, let
everybody
grab
see this stuff.
Yeah, Jen's gonna grab it for me.
So another memory I have was you in Havasu at the London Bridge playing like what, a 30-minute set on a ukulele.
Yeah. Yeah. I got the seriously right there. Here's the ukulele.
Wow.
Yes, sir. And that's another fond memory I have of you down there. It was like 3 a.m. Nobody down there, and he just goes live on Facebook and plays a whole set on a ukulele. It was really cool shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that video is still up there on YouTube somewhere. If you go find it, did a little ukulele set. I like you. My uncle
Damian does a ukulele tour in 2027.
Yeah. I released a video on YouTube of it. My aunt and uncle were from Hawaii, and they gave me a ukulele at one point, and I the more I started playing it, the more I realized that it's a legit instrument. You can do some pretty wild stuff on it, and so I don't know. It's just it's a happy place that I go to sometimes playing the ukulele. Here's the 7-string there.
Oh yeah,
I got it. Black 7-string. It's got the inlays. It's got bats. See the abalone bats inlaid.
Oh, wow. That hurts my ears just looking at it.
This has melted a lot of faces. A little chunk out of the fretboard. I still remember someone came crashing on the stage one time, and this thing took it. I always feel it. A good buddy of mine who isn't with us anymore. I still think of him someday. Every time I feel that little notch in the side of the guitar, But that's probably my most special, cherished guitar.
So where do you see yourself like a year from now in your journey? Because you've come such a long way, dude.
Playing music full time and in little venues, here in the West Coast and beyond, and recording albums and doing my YouTube channel and a lot of what I'm doing now, but maybe a little bit bigger, better, more kind of stuff. But we're essentially kind of committed to being full time, the sort of lifestyle that we're doing, and so that's what's ahead, I suppose.
I want to give a quick shout out to Roy Perez, Jeff James, and Patrick Lee. Thank you for joining us on the video today. And if you have any questions for Damian, please type them in. We would love to hear any questions that you have. I'm sure Damian will answer them for you or try his best for you.
Yeah.
Yes, Misty over here hasn't really said too much. So
I'm just wondering when's the next time we're going to head out to the California desert to go watch a show.
Oh, well, I think February 28th would be a great opportunity. I know Damian touched on it earlier, the riffs and raps, but let's go into a little bit more detail. Let everybody know who's actually performing that night.
Yeah,
at Froggy's, by the way, Apple Valley. Froggy's is a place. Joy, we love you.
Hi, Joy, if you see this out there. Yeah, the lineup. Well, we got our boy Massive, who's been dropping a lot of music. He's gonna be doing some of the raps, and we got JJ. He's out there. He's gonna be coming doing some of his stuff. We have Johnny Carnage coming out. I know he's with the $20 Profits, I believe, and some of that crew. And
He's
who else we got?
High Desert Juggalo.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, we got a Second Fate coming. They're gonna be part of the
Fucking love
riffs.
those
You know,
guys.
we got riffs and raps.
Hey, we
Who
got
else?
Schizo Attack, right?
What's that? Schizo
Is
Attack.
Schizo
Yes.
Attack? Yes.
Schizo Attack's coming out. I'm trying to make sure. Who else? I don't think I'm not sure if I'm forgetting anybody or not. No, they're doing a different show with us though in March. And it's Schizo Attack, Second Fate, Damian Inc., Johnny Carnage, Massive, JJ, and
JB? Is JB
the Bermuda. The Bermuda's coming out. That's who I couldn't think of.
Yes.
The Bermuda.
I always forget they got added to this show. Love the Bermuda. Those got added. Sick.
It's going to be, it's half. There's 4 hip hop acts and there's 4 rock acts, and we're just going to get up there and throw down, kind of like we did at Noise for Tots. You know, that was an awesome show the way that all went down, and we're kind of going to do the same thing, and you know, with a different lineup and.
See, I like it when y'all do shows and it's all different genres mixed together. I like that.
Yeah.
See,
it takes a little coordination, but everybody really works together and coordinates. And it's cool because the hip hop guys, a lot of times they don't have all the band gear, so they can go in between the bands, and then the bands can get ready. And it all works out pretty good, you know, and everybody's, you know, I got the idea watching shows over there at Froggy's, all those shows that Mike Storm, you know, was throwing back in the day, and there, you know, and so I just kind of tried to continue that on, you know, and when I set stuff up, and you know, I love the collaboration of the hip hop and the rock and getting all the multiple acts together, and we've had such a good time and great turnouts. The $5 pizza all summer long was off the hook too, and Froggy's always a great time at Froggy's. So much stuff. I love doing that. We got several of those kind of shows lined up for this year. It's going to be cool. But yeah, February 28th, Riffs and Raps at Froggy's. Awesome lineup. Looking forward to that show. And I plan on playing the Beauty and the Horror EP in full live for my set. It's about a half an hour set, maybe a couple more songs, and let everybody do their thing, man. Everybody's gonna be throwing down. It's a hell of a lineup.
So where'd you come up with the name Beauty and the Horror?
Good question. Well, it started at we were up at Aftershock in October and running around Sacramento and Northern California, and we were walking in this one park at one point, and there was this homeless couple that was there, and there was this lady and this guy, and the guy was like clearly on drugs and, you know, going crazy, and the other lady, she was just building a fire and happy, and it was like the Beauty and the Horror, and it got, you know, everywhere around us, it's like there's all these good things and bad things just simultaneously happening. And then we went out to Las Vegas, and you know, it's you see the richest of the rich and all this flashy money, and then you see people starving to death on, you know, in the corner, you know, in the casino, and I was like, you know, the Beauty and the Horror, and I took the picture of the that statue that's actually in front of Caesar's palace with the headless woman and that, and I just and I took that, and the Beauty and the Horror, and it's about the contrast of you know, the good and the bad, you know, and you know, the beauty that there is in life, but yet the horror that we're surrounded by, you know, for every beautiful moment, it's like, you know, there's just absolute terror right around the corner and everywhere we look. And so I thought it played in it, and the songs that I picked were songs that were really beautiful and pretty, you know, and I took them and I sort of horrified them. I made them heavy and dark and added elements of, you know, so they're still beautiful in a way, but yet they're horrible in another way, you know, and so I tried to mingle that idea into the music and the concept, and it kind of lays the groundwork for the Black Path too, because those songs are going to be more of the same. Very beautiful in certain ways, but the horror is certainly inside of it. And so the beauty and the horror, and that's how I came up with that concept.
It sounds like it's going to be like another. It's like a good versus evil. You're going to have a little bit of both sides kind of showing through here.
Yeah, not verses, but living amongst, coexisting.
Right on.
Yeah.
Good and evil. Shout out to Mike fucking Storm. Thanks for watching, brother. And I can tell you this, Damian and I have always appreciated you letting us get our foot in the door out there in the high desert, which is a great scene where everybody supports each other. It's the coolest thing I've ever seen. I'm not joking.
Mike Storm. Hey, don't forget Stormfest. I believe is coming up February 21st. I'm gonna be there at Stormfest too, and Mike Storm. And last I heard, there was a lineup coming up for that too.
We need to get this thing on an interview. We got to talk to as many of these participants as possible. We got to help you guys promote Stormfest.
Yeah. Mike
Storm, we've never had you on this show. We need you, brother.
Yeah. What up, Mike? We got love for you too, Mike.
We better be going to both.
Yeah, Mike's probably sitting
You can't
there.
see it. Like, look, I got. There's Mike Storm hats on my wall up over here in the studio, and flyers from a bunch of the different shows and stuff.
I left the travel bong at home.
Yeah, Mike Storm merch is universal. Everybody's got at least one piece.
This is a Mike Storm shirt.
We got a 12-year-old kid who sports the Mike Storm hat. 2 weeks is close enough to call him fucking 12.
He's done a lot for a lot of musicians out there in the here in the high desert in general. I appreciate him.
Yeah, so let's do this, Mike. You say you're always down. Let's get something. I know we can't have 1 billion people on, but we would like to get Stormfest on here, interview everybody, and let's find out more about this stuff. If you're not in the high desert, you're missing out because Mike Storm throws down. That's all I'm going to say.
So I'm just watching from afar, so I'm the eyeball out here.
You're all the way in Indiana, but we try to bring the high desert to you, brother.
That's right. I enjoy. I get to sit back and watch when Dangerous Doug goes live. I appreciate it because I get to watch back here in Indiana, going, "Damn, I wish I was there."
We got to fly out here, bro, and have a little get together.
One day I'll be out there.
Yeah. It was no accident. I just look at it. I had people telling me, man, you don't do a whole show live. You just give them little snippets. I'm like, no. For those guys that are in another country or across the country, they should get to see what we get to experience firsthand in the high desert. So that's why I started doing it.
Yeah. Now, and Doug, you've promoted so many people out there, man. Thank you. You encourage so many, out there, and I see it, and a lot of our mutual friends, and yeah, man, when I was in a dark place, man, you were one of the people that was there with a hand, trying to tell me to come back and get back at it, and get back up and thank you for that, because that's one of the reasons I did, And,
you're a brother, and I said I'm not gonna fucking leave you behind. You and your music touches a lot of people, and the world needs it. So I'm not gonna just let you fucking not do this anymore. It took a while, but I'm telling you what, since you came back, you're way stronger than you ever were. So world better fucking watch out.
Yeah, we're at it, man. I love putting music out, and I like to bring joy. That's really my reason for doing music, is to kind of spread joy and my little nuggets of wisdom in life. And thanks, thanks for reaching your hand out, when I was in that place, and I see all that you do for all the different artists, and both of you, Doug, Russ, and Doug, with the radio and Wild Dogs, a lot of you guys are getting people out there getting their music played that don't have an outlet, to speak and be heard, and you guys are doing that,
we thank y'all for the music. I mean, if it wasn't for independent artists, we'd be stuck doing talk radio, and I don't want to sit and do talk radio. I'd rather listen to the music.
Nobody wants to sit and listen to me talk for 2 hours. That's for sure.
That's for sure.
A song will say more than a million words ever will,
Well, and that's the thing. What we do is about you guys, because we all grew up with our big bands we followed, and we've all been there. We've all been inspired. But I don't know, the last few years, meeting guys like Mike Storm, it's like there's something here. And the way I look at it is, if we like this music, there's got to be millions of other people out there that need to hear it. So yeah. I know in 2 short years, Wild Dawgs has reached a lot of countries I can't name off the top of my head. But the network that it's created, where artists support each other and root for each other, to me, that's the coolest feeling of all about all this stuff.
What shocks me is we put so many countries. I didn't even know there was that many countries in the world. It was pretty much an educational experience for me, because I'm like over 190 countries. What? Wow. Last I knew there was only 160, so there's 190, really?
Yes.
Yeah, we're looking to go intergalactic now. So okay. Our friends up there in space will be rocking out to Mike Storm.
Actually, we've already been out there. We've been listened to from the International Space Station, so we've been out there.
They're green all day up there too.
Hey, you don't know what else is listening up there, man.
That's right. They could be listening to us on Uranus.
Some aliens out there just jamming out to Diamond Jack,
We welcome.
It's funny
all.
You mentioned Uranus, because I know I've played a band, just a great name of a band. There's a band, I forget where they're from, excuse me, but Fire Ants from Uranus has been played on the Dangerous Doug show a couple times. So that was the greatest name until we heard of gas station boner pills. That's another.
Oh man, that is
station boner pills.
They're pretty badass.
They are sick. They're I think they're in Florida or something like that.
Yeah, we're I just found them and like.
No, they're in Atlanta, Georgia. They're in Atlanta.
Like, we gotta go out there someday.
We gotta jump on this Mike Storm world tour thing and just follow him around.
See, this is what I really, just much mad respect for Mike Storm, because I agree, man. We're all different pieces of the puzzle, and we all come together, and that's what I love about all this is meeting new people, learning about your music, and then we're all coming together, and we're and I see a lot. This is what I see a lot of today that I haven't seen before. There's a lot of artists cheering other artists on. They'll be posting other songs and from other artists, be like, "Hey, Rock Dog, check this out, Damian or Dynamite Doug, check this out. Listen to this." Oh, because we do request shows and stuff, and they're always supporting each other, and that is fantastic, because that's exactly why we do what we do.
Yeah.
So,
no, it's good,
That's right, because that's the thing is.
As a musician, I think some of us, get out there and there are times where you get to question why you do what you do, like, is anybody listening, or, or am I good enough, and am I ever going to make it, and cheering another, other musicians, we have that camaraderie, of we know what it's like to go hit a stage with a bar full of 5 people, and we know about those lonely nights writing those songs and all the hours and hours of putting your energy into it, just hoping that somebody's out there listening, and then you pat somebody on the back and go, hey man, I heard you, you're heard, you're understood, and that there's just a camaraderie in that is there's no way to explain. You just you're like, wow man, your so the little piece of your soul is echoing out into the universe and the sound waves and coming back to you, and it's amazing,
I just want to touch on the high desert scene is unique to me. Now, if you guys are in a different area and you guys throw down like they do in the high desert, feel free to speak up. But
yeah, we cultivate artists out here in the desert, man. There's lots of artsy folks here.
And you will have a show, a typical show at Froggy's will be, it's just like the riffs and raps. You're gonna have your local rappers, which if it wasn't for Mike Storm, I wouldn't be listening to rap.
Yeah,
I'll leave it at that. But they all, you never know what you're gonna get at a high desert show. You never know what genre is gonna be represented. You never know, and it's to me one of the coolest things is going to one of those shows and you just get a little bit of everything. And
I like
there's
when the different genres like collaborate and make something that like is crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm still waiting for a Damian and Mike Storm collaboration here.
Yeah. I'd love to collaborate with Mike Storm. That'd be cool. I've always liked hip hop. I've always, I've always been more of a rock and roll metal guy, but I've always liked hip hop and certain hip hop and it always seemed like they were so separate. And I remember coming to some of those first shows where the hip hop guys and the rock guys were taking the same stage and everybody was kind of reacting the same to everyone. I was like, wow, that's just so cool, and I just, all the different, it's a real sense of unity. It's really cool. I love it because we're all different people. I mean, we ain't the same, but, we ain't all that different, either. It's the things that make us people.
I heard a song like that once.
Yeah. Because, we're different, we're all different people, but, we're the things that we need are the same. We all love music. We all love get-togethers. We all like to hang out and have a good time. That's just part of the human condition. It doesn't matter what kind of music you listen to, and so it's cool. You get these get-togethers and everyone expresses themselves the way that they express themselves. And that's just a great thing. They have the freedom to do so. Nobody cuts anyone down. Nobody tells anyone they can't be this way or they can't be that way. Everyone's like, just come on, play and perform and cheer everybody on. And I love the scene out here.
It reminds me of the life of the 90s, just everybody just got out and partied together, there was no judging or anything like that. No, you left that shit at the door. You just come on in and party down and just join us. Come on.
Yeah, just be a part of it.
That's what you get at any kind of show in the high desert, especially if Mike Storm was involved. He's like, you know what? You leave that hate shit out there, because in here it's about love and it's loving each other and supporting each other. And that's why I'm looking forward to this thing on February 28th, because it's such a tight community. What's up, Jeremy?
Yeah.
Jeremy Likens.
Now, I must say that all the cool little advertisement posts that you see for all these shows that Damian's a part of, I got to give a shout out there to Jinjin. It comes from her creative mind and her creations there. So I just wanted to.
Except for the Riffs and Raps. The Riff and Raps one was actually the wife of Second Fate or Dance.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So she's helping me out.
Second Fate. Second Fate, love you guys.
Okay. What's that, Doug? Sorry.
I was just saying, Second Fate, we love you. I got to meet them for the first time at Noise for Tots. What a great band, great story. They're just like the rest of us, work a 9 to 5 and then throw down on a weekend, and they play some really, really good music. Jen, by the way, let me just tell you, when we used to do shows back in the day, this man, Rock Dog, I used to bug him countless times. I need a flyer for a show. I need a flyer for a show. Now you've kind of taken that job away from him.
Oh, that's fine and dandy. That gives me free time.
Yeah.
It'd be like,
Jen's
you need to
been
fucking
doing all
learn
the
how to do
flyers
this shit
for all
yourself.
the shows lately. You know, and she does some good flyers. I don't like doing that stuff. I just want to play guitar and stuff. But you know, she gets in there and does all that.
I'm doing all the behind the scenes business stuff. By Valentine's Day, he'll have a huge campaign up, his own website and everything. That's what I was doing right before the interview. So all of that will be up and running, his merch stuff, all of it. So a lot of work going on. That's why the Riffs and Raps. I was so happy that they did that flyer for me. It was so sweet of them to do that. And actually Dan said, yeah, we'll do it. And then he told his wife later at that same show, oh, you're doing the flyer. She's like, oh, am I? She did it because she supports her man like I do mine. 1,000%, whatever they want.
That's true. And that's the thing. That's the thing in this whole group. If you don't have that person that fully supports you and the whole mission, it's really, really challenging. Like, let's just give a shout out to Christine, who is right there by Mike Storm's side.
Yeah, we love you, Christine.
Love you, Christine.
We love her. They're like the same person. That they really are, and that's what you need to make this shit work.
It takes two. It takes a village to do what we do. But the one next to us is they got to be the strongest.
Speaking of Mr. Rock Dog, when is DJ Candy's first show dropping?
Oh, we're hoping that it drops this coming Friday, right before Jeremy Lycan's Diffuse radio show. So we'll hopefully get that up and advertising soon. She reminds me, her picks of songs reminds me of a Mystical Misty in a way. They're all over the place. The only thing that's different between the main thing that's different is Mystical Misty. If someone plays country music, she's gonna hit you over the head with a guitar, and my lady loves country music, so that's where the difference is. But besides that, it's all over the place. Because I was just laughing when I seen the playlist, and there was like a country song right next to an extreme metal song, and I was like, oh yeah, okay.
That is what makes this stuff so much fun.
Our home playlist is all over the place, but it's mostly rock and metal. It's some hip hop and some classics, and that kind of stuff. But we both like the same kind of music. Like we got the same taste in sounds and stuff. So
yeah, that's how me and my lady are. Yeah. Well, I love everything except opera. So the opera is the only thing I just don't get into.
No, me neither. Or polka. I don't know.
I don't know. I can really get into some polka dance. Well, I used to. I can't
only with Weird Al, though. Only when Weird Al's doing it.
Yeah,
then I
yeah.
can do polka.
No, we gotta have another crossover to have like a deathcore band and polka band come together and create a new subgenre. I would be all
death
over
polka.
that.
A death polka.
Polka.
They call it black polka. Polka with two Ks.
I love Weird Al's Angry White Boy polka. That one cracks me up.
Hell yeah. All of Weird Al's music.
That dude can play the accordion too.
Yeah.
He's brilliant. He's brilliant. I love Weird Al. Yeah. Him and the singer of Green Jello, man. He cracks me up. Bill Manspeaker. Green Jello. That would be
Jello.
cool.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Are you
Weird Al and Green
interested
Jello. They
in,
should do a collaboration.
the other night I got and he's so weird. Nathan Young, we love you. I just got to throw your name out there. I got a text from him really late the other night about an upcoming green jelly show at Rockefeller's.
Cool.
I'm trying to think of the other bands that are the one that sticks in my mind is going to be Green Jelly and Hot Box, which we just saw on Juggalo Night back in October.
Oh,
If
cool.
you don't know who Hot Box is, you guys need to check these guys out. We've been playing them on Wild Dogs. They are absolutely sick. But Nathan Young is looking for other bands and artists to jump on that. I think it's in March at Rockefeller's in Corona. So if you're interested, you need to hit.
It's like
Bill
a tradition for us,
Damian,
man. We got to do Green Jello shows. Like we've been to 2 together now.
So I'm seeing a message down here that says from KPM that says there's a band like that from Texas. They are a deathcore polka band.
Oh yeah.
Now I'm going to have to look that up because now I'm interested to hear what that sounds like.
Yeah.
You better believe they're going to end up on the Mystical Misty show.
I got
This is just great. We moved from the high desert, so I don't get to see you guys like we used to. But you're always right here with us, and it's great to actually talk to you and see Damian and Jen. You two. I mean, you've been up to San Francisco and you've played shows there. And I remember back in the day when it was like a struggle to try to get you a show three miles down the road, and now you're all over the fucking place.
Yeah,
and
we love to
travel. You got at Palm Springs at the
Ace.
that motel you play down there in Palm Springs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a cool little spot. It's a motel and swim club. They got pools and they do big events, and they had a big car show and bike show there. That was what I was playing for. I was in the lobby, and very, very cool. I heard it used to be the Hard Rock there back in the day, Palm Springs Hard Rock. And, cool little spot. I had people, they just would come up and sit out on the couch and start talking to me, and I'd play them songs. It was cool.
All right, so where can everybody find you at on social media and stuff? You got any pages out there, or how can people get in contact with you?
Oh, with me?
Yeah.
Damian Tyner on Facebook. That's my main one. Instagram. Damian Lee Tyner on YouTube. Check out all the stuff that I'm putting out. I like to put videos up of almost all my performances. I try to get them all and post them. And I play almost every weekend, so there's always new stuff going up. Social media, we're doing some update. We got a .com coming up. We're going to be doing. We're going to have a merchandising site together. But Facebook is a good way to go. Jen's also on Facebook and Instagram.
You still doing those Facebook Lives, performing and on Facebook Live? Is that like an every week thing, or just when you feel like just jumping on?
I just do it when I feel like it, but I was thinking of doing it more often. I got my studio all set up here to perform in. I may start doing some more live from the studio stuff.
Well, good. If I can catch you in time, I'll get you shared over to the right here on the Wild Dogs Facebook page, and hopefully help get you some more views for you.
Yeah, I'll have to do a live performance on a Wild Dog sometime, just like this.
That'd be great.
I'm sitting in the studio right now. There's a drum set right here. There's
oh wow.
Yeah.
Yes. This is a slight detour, but I want to commend you on everybody that knows me knows how big of a Playhouse fan I am. Peter Cat.
Peter Cat.
And when he told me that when you did Dancing at Funerals, he actually shed a tear because he just loved what you brought to that. I would love to see you two collaborate in some kind of way.
Well, that would be
the ultimate fanboy dream for me.
I mean, if you and Eric can ever find them.
We're still looking.
Yeah,
wait till you see the next two videos.
You know, I was really happy to do that video. You know, that song, I heard that song when I did Purple Flower for the first time. And then, you know, just after that, I kind of went into that dark place, you know, that I went into there for a while. And that song was one of the last, I mean, I got to the point where I couldn't even listen to music there for a while, but that was one of the last songs that I would listen to, you know, over and over again, like, you know, and you know, I welcome you all to my funeral. Hope you all enjoyed the show, you know, and I, you know, I kind of felt like I was in a moment where it was my curtain call, you know, and I really related with that song on a personal level, and it helped get me kind of through that dark time and put it into words and express what I felt, and you know, and so that song was very special to me personally, and it was a pleasure and a privilege to be able to perform it for Peter, you know, the artist, you know, that created it, and that was cool. I was really glad to do that.
What I like about you sharing about all this, and thank you for sharing the personal part too, is you're showing the world that, you know, we all have these difficult times where we just want to give up, but you don't. You know, you go through your time, you come back out, and look at you now.
Yeah.
You know, and we're in this time of the world where things are so dark right now, and everybody's going through a lot of stuff. And you're giving us light, and you're giving us hope by sharing your story. So thank you again for doing that. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Just so you guys know, I see in the chat Peter Cat, because I just tagged him. He said, "Sending my love to you all. Thanks, means so much to me." My brother.
I feel like I should be on here going, "I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy."
I know. But
I really love that "Let Me Into Heaven" song. We were rocking out to that the other day here, and we have YouTube at our front room. See, our TV. So I don't know if and so we just like play our friend. I got a whole playlist of all of our friends' videos that we just throw on. Yeah. So Peter Cat, we were watching "Let Me Into Heaven" here recently. It's on our playlist now.
And just so you know, Eric Lucier up there in Canada and I will never give up the search. Wait till you see. We have a little program for the way Peter releases our little videos searching for him. The next couple you're going to get a kick out of.
Well, I've enjoyed them all so far. They've all made me laugh.
I love doing them. It's funny at work the other day because of my stupid love for this AI app Sora. A guy came up to me at work. He's like, "Hey, bro, I've seen your videos. You sure like to run a lot, don't you?" And I looked down at my physique and I'm like, "Well, my AI version loves to, but not me so much."
He likes running his mouth, maybe.
I do that. There you go.
That's funny.
So one of my favorite videos of yours is when you take off running and you got that road runner and the coyote there, and you're running down through the dirt yelling beep 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 beep. I laugh every time I see that video. I laugh.
Oh yeah, I might have to do a new one of those. That was for Fast Lane Coffee. Rockyourjava.com. Just saying.
Yeah.
Our brother John Marhefka and his Fast Lane Coffee. I think we might need to have a Peter Cat flavor. Not Not necessarily it tastes like Peter Cat, but Peter Cat inspired.
The lost puppy.
Here, kitty, kitty. Oh my God! I almost snorted.
This has been an absolute blast, Damian. I can't wait to see you guys again soon.
Yeah.
So once again, February 28th, right?
February 28th and February 21st at Stormfest, and both in Apple Valley. March 20th at Froggy's, $5 pizza, March 13th, and lots of shows coming up, lots of opportunities I'll be doing videos. Hopefully you can make it out, Doug, and we'll be talking about planning some shows together soon. I know we got a few things on our plate already, and yeah, can't wait to see y'all.
Yes, by the way, Mike Storm, if you're still on, I need to see this full lineup for Stormfest because I've seen the posts and I just keep missing. Obviously, besides Damian, who else is going to be there? Because, you know, I love that high desert shit. I just
want to give a big old shout out to everybody that's watching. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you, Damian Lee Tyner. Thank you, Jin. Mystical Misty, it's always a blast. Dangerous Doug, my brother, and to all of you, I hope you all have a great night. Be safe, stay warm, keep on rocking, and join us tomorrow night, tomorrow afternoon for the Pacific. We'll be interviewing Alexandra. That's 5 p.m. Eastern.
If you guys haven't seen Alexandra yet, look it up. It's Alexandra. And she's a metalcore artist, originally from Georgia in Eastern Europe. Now she's living in LA, and she's a badass bitch. I'm just going to say that.
We'll catch y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a good night, and thank you so much.
All right,
Love you guys.
Wild Dogs Radio.
Rock Dog.